What's up, YouTube? This is Blaze Knight back with another video. This is my first time recording a video on my laptop, as you can tell. This is also my first recording with a new, well, not one new, but with my microphone. And right now, as you can tell right now, I'm recording more so to talk about the 1.5 year anniversary and the Dragalia digest coming up tomorrow at 11 p.m. Like you can see at the top. um this is mainly just my thing is going to be on the Dragalia digest, more or less information that might be there or stuff that will probably be talked about either in the digest or in the new in the what's ahead for Dragalia Lost that's coming up on, I believe, the second, which I will be talking about later, I believe. um it's mainly doing with time, because right now we're in the middle of, since side games is for like being more proactive with their this what's ahead for Dragalia Lost, doing it at the beginning of every month. So this mainly has to do with that, but obviously there'll be stuff that might be left out or stuff that I might get wrong. So obviously this is just my predictions of what will be going on in the digest itself, rather than the what's ahead for Dragalia Lost that will be happening around April 2nd. So the first thing that will be in the digest probably this, which was what we got last year. Pretty much everything that you saw last year will or has a high probability of being there again this year with the 6 months anniversary. This login bonus is probably going to be there. We did get the 9 vouchers, I believe, 9 or 7 vouchers in the game already. And right now, I believe if you've logged in for every day, you probably already have 7 or 8 at most right now. But there will be another one, or well, there will be this login bonus. This login bonus is probably the most substantial right now, other than the fact that I wanted to compare it to like the New Year's or the 1 year anniversary login bonus. These login bonuses are actually almost the same in terms of what you're getting in value, I guess, in terms of what you're summoning. Because the Dragalia Digest or the 1 year anniversary login bonus was pretty substantial, especially nowadays with how they're giving out. The 1 year anniversary gave out 100,000 Eld water, which is pretty substantial for characters nowadays, since now with the 70 MCs, um that 100,000 Wormite will, or 100,000 Eld water is actually enough to get one, I believe, one 4-star or maybe just a 5 stars complete co-op ability to get them to be able to use their 70 MC. But other than that, we're just getting some more. We'll probably just get some more summon vouchers. Excuse me for repeating myself, but we'll probably just get these summon vouchers and the Wormite. This is actually the same, I believe. No, this is actually more than what Dragalia Lost gave out for their 1 year anniversary, excluding the fact that they give you a free dragon, I believe, a free dragon 5-star dragon ticket. And but this is only enough for doing 4 summons, and in the first and a half year anniversary that we first got, this is actually enough for nearly 5 summons, because this is 3 summon vouchers. This is a summon right here, with 3 400 Wormites, which is enough, which is 12,000 now. So I believe this is still this was still in the realm of when they actually changed the summoning system. So this was actually, I think this was actually enough for you to do 4 summons, and then you get 800 right here. So you'd only need to get more, like 400 more, which they allowed you to do, I believe. And I believe a promotion, this promotion, I believe they actually gave out more, or at least not the promotion itself, because the promotion itself is actually just boosting to the 2 times to your Avenue to Power and Fortune, I believe, or no, Avenue to Power and Dragon Trials, which I also believe they will be doing for the half year again. Though they might actually decide to do 2 times for everything, not just the Avenue to Power and Avenue to and Dragon Trials, but they might do it to Avenue to Fortune, and they might do it to the IOs. So that's pretty much all there is for this part, at least the what I'm going to be talking about with the first part of the Dragalia Digest, which is probably just going to be announcing the login bonus for the half year anniversary, and then the promotions of they're going to definitely 2 times at the very least Avenue Power and Dragon Tiles again, and maybe include the Avenue to Fortune, the um the things that you get the orbs from. I forgot the name of it. Excuse me. And the IOs. They will also be doing, Elemental Ruins. Yeah, Elemental Ruins, Avenue to Fortune, and then Imperial Onslaughts. I think that this will be everything that will be on there. Um, on the second part of what I believe they'll do in the Dragalia Digest, this is actually the same thing. But I believe they will be doing a lot of this stuff again, which is actually they probably will introduce a new Agito. I don't know if they'll release it, but they definitely will release the information, or at least hint at the fact that they're going to release a new Agito Uprising. And right now, the Agitos are really, I wouldn't say underwhelming, but they're pretty weak compared to what we originally thought, since they really did hype this up as this is going to be way more difficult than the High Dragon Trials. But it's more or less an HP and DPS check for what you're doing in the game right now. So whether or not the next Agito will be happening, I do believe the next Agito with like Hawk 70MC, a lot of the Wind Adventures getting a 70MC, we might see a Water one, which I'm really hoping for, since Water doesn't have a lot of content where you need to really have DPS, or at least you need to rely on tactics, because right now Water only has High Mercury trial, the High Dragon Mercury trial, which is just a DPS check. They're really like with Tobias and with a lot of like the 70MCs, Hawk, obviously, there's not hard content for them. And I believe that the twins that they put, I believe it's right here. It's somewhere. But I believe the the twins will be for Water. I really hope that the twins are for Water, because then that means you have to fight 2 bosses instead of just one, and that means that it will be more difficult than pretty much any other giant content in the game. I believe it will give a stipulation to the fact that water is either water content is either excuse me for stuttering. But water content will be leading into the fact that it's either going to be extremely easy or extremely difficult, with the fact that either the twins are going to be really difficult, or they're just going to be along the lines of really easy. By that, with the twins, if they do make the twins, because I'm really hoping that they do make the twins, obviously from them, really hope they make them the water the water boss, because right now one has no difficult challenge in the game right now, even though they're getting so many good units and getting so many good buffs to them, like Tobias, the 70MC Hawk, obviously, 70MC Linyu, all of them. So I really hope that when Water gets a new water boss that they can fight off against, that will actually help have them strategize and formulate something that's way different from how these other 2 bosses, and even High Dragon Trials are being beaten in the meta right now. So on the next trial, it's obviously going to be talking about the Mana Circles or Mana Spirals. So they obviously did state that regarding the 70MCs for the end of the month, they pushed it to the end of the month, and I will try making a video about them later today, possibly. And it's mainly have to do with the fact that I think they only said that they're doing dark elemental 3 stars, and I believe some 4 stars, maybe. But I believe that they did say that they were going to do some more 3 stars. So that means Althemia, the original katana back in the day, which was better than Ieyasu. Well, the original 3 star katana, I forgot his name, but he was from Hinamoto, and he was actually pretty much the best katana in the game before Ieyasu came. But yeah, that's just everything. That's just what's going to be in it in the 70 MCs. At least from what I believe. The next thing is the Dream Summon. Obviously, I already said that that's probably just gonna be in there. It's kind of weird how they actually had a Dream Summon early. I believe they had it right after, or right during the um right during the Valentine's Day celebration. And if they, I don't know if they would add another Dream Summon, but since it's a celebration, I do think that they might. But it depends on how they feel about doing another Dream Summon very close to the original Dream Summon that they did. Um, since they didn't really, I doubt they released Tobias immediately into the Dream Summon, since they don't really do that. Since the most recent showcase will not get into the Dream Summon more times than not. They did it with Karan and I believe Heinwald back when the Dream Summon I believe was first released, because that the first Dream Summon was actually during the, I believe it was during this time of Gun as well. And I believe they didn't add Karan or Heinwald because those two were the two new units that were released. That were the two new dark units that we didn't, because we didn't have any dark units at the time. But yeah, I do believe that they might add a Dream Summon again. But it just depends on how they feel about releasing 2 Dream Summons in a row like this. So the next thing, obviously, it's going to be the release of Gala. Gala is probably going to be out 2 days after the digest tomorrow. So the 26th, maybe the 27th. It depends on how they're feeling. Again, obviously. Now, I want to make a speculation video later about who I want there to be um in the Gala. Right now, I believe now I want some of the high dragons to get humanoid forms, since they did. Um, excuse me. But they did add in, I believe, in the little skits that they do. That they had a humanoid version, or at least Jupiter pictured himself as a human, and I believe that they could add in more humanoid versions of the high dragons and make them better than what the Mim was. I believe that they could also do, like, for a surprise that they could do for the digest would be to release 70 MC galas, because right now I believe at the very least Gala Ranzel needs a 70 MC because he's really weak. Like, he would only be like, he wouldn't even be, he's not even like optimal compared to the fact that you can run a wedding Elysian, and she's really better than him. And I believe that they need to add something more than just the fact that he can force strike from long distances and he can buff defense. So the next thing I want to talk about is the stuff that they mentioned earlier last year, which was obvious. Like, this was released actually just like the day of the new year. Um, I'm on my bed, but I believe that they could add in the stuff, or they could tell us more about the stuff that they planned earlier that they said that about in January, which is um where the it's the end, I think, which is um releasing a permanent facility event, which something that really needs to happen. Facility events, making it possible to reduce a facility event. They really need to add that in, since a lot of new players will be coming in during half year, since that's one of the major things that happens during half year anniversaries or big celebrations like this. Excuse me. But they really need to add in more facility events, since they reran two events that didn't need to be reran. The Lunar New Year didn't need to be reran, and they also reran Valentine's Day pretty early. I believe they reran Valentine's Day in June of last year. And that was really unnecessary. Since we're missing the first facility event, I believe, never got reran. It's the Louise and Lowen facility event with Garuda, and that never got reran. And then another one that never got reran is um the Carnival event that never got rerun either, and that was pretty early as well, since I believe that was the second facility event as well. And I believe the summertime facility event never got reran either. Like, they reran, I think, 3 events before, and they've reran them 3 times in total, which are the New Year's, the Lunar New Year's, and Valentine's Day, and also Halloween. They reran those a lot. And Valentine's, I believe Halloween actually only got reran twice, but they might have done it earlier. So it's kind of weird how we haven't gotten the original. Like, there's also the original fire boss the first raid boss ever, where Ciliero was in there, which I believe that Ciliero will get a 70MC along with Lily and Orsim. I believe Orsim is the water dagger, the original water dagger, before Mitsuba. Um, excuse me. But I believe that those 3 will get a 70MC when they start releasing more fire content, especially if they release the fire Agito right after the water Agito. So I could definitely add in those 2 or those 3 with 70MCs and rerun the Paragon event, because that would make more sense than just giving Ciliera a random 70MC when she hasn't been back for over a year at this point. So that's pretty much where the new stuff comes in. I'm sorry for the pausing and stuttering right now, but this is my first time talking so much straight, and with my new microphone it should come out pretty good, but I don't know if I'll still sound nasally. Leave your comments down below if you think I sound better, and check out the other videos to compare. But yeah, on to the next thing. This is just a small thing. I believe this note was actually released. Yeah, she was released right during New Year's, right before New Year's. I believe this was the first time coming out. I could be wrong. Excuse me. But yeah, I believe she will be coming back again. No, she's Summer Shop came back this time, but I believe it was originally released on the first 60th anniversary. So I believe that they could rerun put an event out there. They didn't really need to make this permanent. I really believe this is just a bullet hell, but it's really fun, and it's a really cool addition to the game, just like having a little side content, since as you guys probably watched in my Lost Claudia video. Lost Claudia, but I'm playing a different game inside Lost Claudia, which was Pets. It was a pet spin-off game inside Lost Claudia, which was Pokel, with the Pokel instead of obviously the Pets box. And it was really fun because just like having a gacha game or any type of game having like another like piece of another like side content where it's like you're having like it's interactive. It's not just you just playing auto through random like quests to get items. You're just literally just shooting stuff. It's like it's playing a video game side video game, and it's really entertaining. But yeah, I believe that they could add this in again. This might be at the end. as well, since I believe that they did add this at the end of the Dragalia Digest during the mid-year anniversary. Sorry, again, talking like this really is soaring at my throat. The last thing is we might be getting a new event, since also something I forgot to mention here, that they did add in a new. They did say that they would add in a new event every month. So I believe the new event for this month was just the, even though we was just the the food event with the tower or the cookery. But yeah, I believe that they will add in a new event probably. And since we did just get the reran event for Soup Bang for the Lunar New Year, I believe we will get the daily the daily tenfold might not be there. If so, it might just be for it might not be for 100. It might not be this, but it might be a daily tenfold until the gala ends. And I believe the next gala we will get will either be High Jupiter or High Midgar Storm, as a human, and I really hope for that at the very least. But it might be a story character like Alex, or it might be one of the like the brothers or sisters like Chattel, or um I forgot the guy's name, but he's the leader that Chattel likes, and I believe he already has a model inside the game, but that doesn't really mean anything since Zetia has a model inside the game, but she's not some character yet. But yeah, I believe that they could add in either High Midgar Storm, High Jupiter. They might add in the guy that Chattel likes, that's leader of the Hawks, I believe, or the Hawk Brigade or something. Excuse me. Um, those three, I believe, or maybe a brother like the guy that just got beaten. Um, they might add him with his dragon transformation, but it's very up in the air what they could add for Gala, other than maybe Alex for just a safe pick, or maybe even like the one of the twin androids that they added. That's pretty much all I could say about that. Um, as far as the rewards, like again, I think they would do only daily tenfolds. The daily tenfolds until the gala ends, which is only going to be about what 40 summons. Um, they might give us 50,000 Eld water instead of just 100,000, because, like I said, they're very generous, but I doubt they would give us 1 year anniversary type awards. Like this is all pretty substantial, especially nowadays with how like this like the sunlight ores are very expensive or very useful for people. Furry dragon, obviously, I believe is very expensive. They already always give us Wormite almost all the time, so they're obviously, and like I said, the Wormite they give us is way more during the mid-year anniversary to compensate for half of this stuff at the very least. Like the L water, like the ores, or like the ores and like the water. But yeah, this is all valuable stuff, and I doubt they'd give us any more than just a tenfold and Wormite for enough for, I think it's 20,000 Wormite and three tenfold vouchers. Excuse me. I will be summoning. I will be doing my first summon. Um, well, I will be doing not my first summon, but I will be doing my summonings. Posting my video about the summons for whatever that comes out for the gala, whatever that may be. Um, but yeah, at the very least, this stuff is all there. Might do half year anniversary packs, maybe. Um, they might add a platinum showcase. I doubt they do it for a gala adventure, a guaranteed gala adventure, because that's really important, and I doubt they want to do that. They might do it just because. Um, and as far as anything else goes, extra ship tickets, obviously, double drops, obviously. Again, like they might do it schedule release or they might do it all in one. Depends on how they're feeling. Main campaign has to have stamina, obviously, maybe, or obviously, and or maybe. Double drops. 6 free item summons. They might not do that, but they could. They could. They could. But I doubt. And that's kind of it from this part of the. As far as anything else, I believe there was some. I did leave this open. I doubt they'd actually talk about a new crossover event idea because it's extremely early for that, and I doubt they want to release something as major um as a new crossover event so early. Like it's only been a month, and I believe when we got the Mega Man announcement, it was actually like because Mega Man's our second crossover, and then it was um 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 Monster Hunter, and they released Monster Hunter because obviously people knew that because it was data mined that Mega Man would be like a preliminary, and then it would be Monster Hunter because of how much effort was put into one another. I like you can compare the fact that Mega Man had barely any content; it didn't have any story whatsoever, but it was. And then like Monster Hunter had so much story, had two stories, two summons. Literally, Mega Man had pretty much nothing other than weapons. But I doubt they released data um on a new crossover so early since it's only been about a month since the Monster Hunter crossover happened, and it was still pretty. It was still like a month ahead after the fact that they released they told us about the Monster Hunter collab, which actually I believe happened on the 1st of um January or around the time of January. But that's kind of it for the video. Leave your predictions down below. I do believe that we will be getting stuff like a new Gala Adventure, maybe a 70MC to one of the Galas, like Gala Randall really needs it. Gala Mim, she wants it, but I doubt she would need it. Excuse me. I do believe she could get like she really needs like burning. I don't know why they don't allow her to burn because she burns in her High Dragon or in her High Dragon trial. She burns in her normal trial, but they don't give her burn for whatever reason. They give her burn resistance, but they don't give her burn on her kit. I believe they do get. She really is powerful, but she really needs that 70MC, or at least wants the 70MC to make her more valuable in the meta now. Because I believe right where people rank her right now, she's only in B tier. I believe. I will be doing a tier list, like overview of people's tier list, like tier list I've seen. But yeah, that's pretty much. Leave your comments in the video in the comment section below, and I'll try discussing with others and see what you guys think. So thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.